Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. My first topic is, can we blame Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru for this India-China face-off that's happening currently? Should we blame him for it? My topic number 2 is, can we do away with Chinese products? Is it practical? Let's get right into the show. There is an old saying, good fences make good neighbor. When your fences are well defined, the relation with your neighbor is perfect. You have no problem with your neighbor. But when there is a problem with your fences, there are gaps in your fences, that is when the problem with your neighbor starts. ये मेरा boundary है, ये तुम्हारा boundary है. A very apt saying. I don't know who said it, but all the same. When the country was made, our founding fathers took this a little easy. Our borders were not well defined. And that has definitely been a problem. And every time something happens, we have been blaming our founding father, especially Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, for it. Saying that, अरे यार border था, ये गलत था, वो गलत था, ये था, गलत था, that. So on and so forth. Are they wrong? No, they are not. To some extent, they are right. Now, coming to my topic. The topic today we are talking about is this particular skirmish that we had in Galwan Valley, this particular face-off that we had in Galwan Valley. Can we blame it on Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? Border ठीक नहीं था. This again is a border issue. There is a problem. And I will tell you why. In 2014, the Chinese investment, this is according to NDTV data, in 2014, the Chinese investment in India was about $1.6 billion US. 2014. In 2017, 3 years, the investment went from 1.6 billion to 8 billion. Are, ye kaisa? How can this happen? You see, when you are having a problem with your neighbor, and morning you fight with your neighbor, this is my boundary, this is my boundary, and afternoon you go to the same neighbor and say, yaar, mere dhande ke liye, for my business I need some money, and you take 5 lakh rupees from him, and saying that tomorrow morning we'll come and fight again, by the way. Does this happen? So the fact is, while we knew that there was a border dispute, while the current dispensation and the current Prime Minister also knew that there is a border dispute, but we allowed Chinese money to come into India. Aram se, from 1.6 billion to 8 billion. Didn't we know that there was a border problem? Didn't we know that our relationships were not all that good? Didn't we know that China today or tomorrow will react? Were we that naive? I doubt. So the fact is, while definitely Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru can be blamed for whatever was not done or done, but the same blame has to be taken by our good Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. The same blame has to be taken by the former Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh. The same blame has to be taken by late Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The same blame has to be taken by late Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao. And the same blame has to be taken by late Shri Rajiv Gandhi and Indira Gandhi, and so on and so forth, right till the first Prime Minister. So to blame one person for everything, because आप बाकी सब जो Prime Ministers थे, वो क्या कर रहे थे? Why weren't they settling the borders? Why didn't a Prime Minister of India said that in my 5 years, बाकी सब side में, I am going to settle border disputes? When you didn't do it because you couldn't do it. And you couldn't do it, therefore blaming the first Prime Minister, not fair. So, in my mind, blaming only Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru for this is absolutely incorrect. This is my first point. My second point, I want to draw your attention to how China has been working. I told you, from 2014 to 2017, 2014 1.6 billion investment, 2017 8 billion investment. China started investing in India because India itself was doing pretty well. Economically, we were doing well. Our industries were doing well. Our products were doing well. They invested in India. But you see, they also ensured that they made money out of India. कोई खैरात में नहीं दिया. There is nothing they did for as a favor. India imports $74 billion worth of products from China. We only export a mere $18 billion to them. So balance of trade is not like this, it is like this. They export to us double of what we export to them. So China has been making decent money out of us. Now what really happens if all of a sudden 74 billion worth of products that we export, if it stops or India decided kal se nahi karega, our industry will crash. Because it's a large part of our exports, of our imports, my apologies. Whereas India's import to China, I am told, is not even 2%. So if China tomorrow decides nahi mangte India, तो ठीक है, they will have some problem, but the percentage of imports is very less. Whereas percentage of imports, of Chinese imports to us is huge. Every industry will face a problem. And that's the problem. That gets me to my topic number 2. So can India refuse Chinese products? And nahi karne ka. You see, at times, one has to be practical. It is good to be emotional, it is good to be jingoistic even, but at times you need to be practical. I'll tell you the problem. See, the problem is, first and foremost, almost 20 brands, top brands of India has Chinese investment. Brands like Big Basket, I'm sure you must have heard this 100 times, but all the same, since others told, I am also telling you. Okay, Big Basket, 250 million, Byju's, 50 million, Delivery, 25 million, Dream11, 150 million, Flipkart, 300 million, so on and so forth. Chalo, I'll stop it here. Almost every big company that you saw in the recent past has got Chinese money. A lot of products in India is either from China or there are Chinese parts in it. I will give you another example. You see, our phones, our mobile phones, for instance. Okay, our mobile phones, for instance. 68% of the total mobile phones sold in India, almost 70% that is, of mobile phones sold in India are Chinese mobile phones. Only 32% are others. Acha. Now, is it that all Chinese mobile phones are made in China? No. A lot of them have started manufacturing capacity in India. So what do you do to them? They are manufacturing from India. It is Chinese label, but they are manufacturing from India, some of them. So you throw them out. What happens to those workers? What happens to those dealers? What happens to those retailers? You see, it is not that all the money is going to China. There are retailers, there are workers working in those factories, there are retailers who are selling it, there are distributors who are distributing it, there are salesmen, there are people who are working in this in India, working in a Chinese company in India. What about all of them? We are losing jobs left, right and center. Some figures say that we have almost lost 14 crore jobs. What happens if we throw out everything which is Chinese? Do you know the number of jobs that we lose again? Can we afford it? Secondly, liquid fertilizers in India. I am sure, though the figure may not be exactly correct, I couldn't get those figures, but I am sure almost 60 to 70% of liquid fertilizers that are sold in India comes from China. Comes from China. What happens tomorrow if we say no to China's product? What happens to those liquid fertilizers? What happens to those farmers who have got irrigated land? Who needs liquid fertilizers to irrigate their land and to grow their produce? What happens to them? So we say, अच्छा television ना China का नहीं खरीदेगा, but वो irrigation के लिए वो मांगता है ना, वो China का खरीदेगा. Can we do that? And if we do that, where do we stand? So you see, like I said, jingoism, nationalism, symbolism, all of this is very good. Like what we saw in Surat the other day, this clip. people start throwing Chinese television, when our union minister goes and says, do not eat Chinese restaurants, do not eat from Chinese restaurants, or some people say that I am going to boycott Chinese product, throw out Chinese product and China will crumple down. All this makes us look like a fool in international market, makes us look like a fool in the international community. India is an intelligent country. India is a country with educated people. India is a country which is known to be sensible. That's the India, and that's the nationalism we should be preaching. To take a decision that we will manufacture as good as China, as much as China, and as effectively and at the price that China can manufacture is an intelligent decision. But to say that, kal subah se, I'm not going to buy Chinese food or Chinese products is not something that is expected from a country like ours. So when we go out and when we make this kind of mockery of ourselves, it not only harms our image, it harms our country's future. Now you decide whether boycotting Chinese product overnight, is it that easy? Till we meet next time. Namaskar.